The little one is just learning the concept of ball, and once he figures it out, a whole new world of playing will open up to him. It's North versus South in the 2015 Wyoming Coaches Association All-Star Volleyball game. First set, North wearing the black. Sierra Barch of Natrona is going to deny access on the far side. That would help get her squad out to an early 2-0 lead. Defense was getting the job done early. This is Kylie Ridgway of Riverton raising the roof, and that ball will go back where it came from. The North had 4 players on the roster at 6 feet or taller, and now lead 4-1. The South had to find ways to get some points. Allie Wagner of Cheyenne Central put enough on this kill attempt to get the ball over and behind the front row of defenders. That would get her team back into this game trailing 4-3. What they lacked in size, they tried to make up with precision and power. Madison Vitt of Mountain View brought the hammer down on this play. She would enjoy it while she could, because this was one of the few times that the South was in the lead. They are ahead 9-8. The North would regroup and get back to work. Lauren Lyons of Kelly Walsh would raise her hands because she was sure she was going to block that ball, and she did. That would tie the score at 9, and there were plenty of more plays to be had. But the opposition could play some defense as well. This is Sophie Seeley of Cheyenne Central, and no one was in place to get the rebound. That was an enjoyable point, and things are evened up at 11. And sometimes the South would take the fight to the North. Casey Turnbull of Green River squeezes a point through to help the cause. Neither team had a huge advantage right now. We're tied at 13. Skipping ahead some, Seeley is back to serve for the South, and that ball will not come back. I suppose you could call that an ace. Her squad needs a few more, though, down 23-20. But the North would hang on. Barch's kill would get blocked, but the ball would stay on the other side of the net and drop for a point. They'll take that and the first set by a score of 25-20. On to set 2. The North is on the near side. Dylan Wright of Sheridan delivers the cross-court kill to get the first point for her team, and it's 1-0. We're not going to show everything, but Barch was taking control both on offense and defense for a while. Here's an example of what I mean. That would make the score 5-zip. It was the Sierra show for a while, and she was making the highlights look pretty. There's one more kill that we will show, and that would put her squad in front 10-4, good buddy. Okay, let's move on to someone else. The North was taking control. Mackenzie Taylor of Bighorn serves up an ace into the South's face. She's the smallest on her team at 5'4", but she got her points in as well. It's 21-8. Sadly, the South was getting creamed in this set, and even though they had the Girls Millward Simpson Award winner on their side, they needed a lot more than that. That's Ann Wingleth of Lyman, by the way. Her team is down big. It's 23-11. The Bridger Valley area had their representatives in this game. Here's Vitt again. The Lady Buffalo will get a ball to drop and make the score 23-12, but they need a lot more. They made a small comeback, but you knew sooner or later someone was going to end things with a resounding thud. Wright does the honors as the North would win the second set 25-15 and now lead 2-0. Set number 3, and the South would strike first. Wagner with the rejection. Those yellow bows in their hair were nice fashion statements as well. It's 1-0. The opposition, though, would score the next 5, so Wagner figured she better do something again. The last highlight was good, and this was better. Her team trails 5-2. When you go for the kill, you do not always have to use full force. That is what Madison Pragnell of Southeast was thinking. The love tap caught the other team off guard, and that would close the gap down 8-7. But the North had an ace up their sleeve, and Taylor was serving them up. That's 2 that we have shown. The little one packs a punch, and she makes the score 11-7. We need to show more of the big girls. How about Sophia Hoff of Kelly Walsh? She's going to pound this one into the ground, and no one is going to dig that one up. Her team would maintain the advantage and are ahead 16-10. The height was a huge factor in this game, no pun intended. Ridgway is going to shove that ball back where it came from and keep the momentum on the North side. It's 18-14. And sometimes they would get the kills to go their way. That is certainly what happened with Lions on this play. The North would win the third set 25-19 to go up 3-0. And since it's an all-star game, they went ahead and played all 5 sets regardless. Moving on to the fourth set, the big girls were a big problem for the South. They tried to push the ball past Emily Reich of Lovell, but she was not having any of that as the North would score the first 2 points. They were trying to get other players involved now that the final outcome has been decided. We'll give Reich another highlight. She definitely earned this one, and she has given her squad a 3-1 lead. The South was playing catch-up all set long, but occasionally they caught a break. Wagner with the ace, and that would keep them within striking distance, down 5-4. Actually, they were able to hang around for a while. Wingleth will tell the North to talk to the hand on this play. She may be a track star heading to Utah, but she has a few volleyball moves as well. The South trails 16-14. But the North would take over from there. A 9-2 run to close out the set. Ridgway found her own way on this play. 25-16 was the final score, and the North was in position to go for a 5-set sweep. Now in the final set, and the North would let up a little bit, and we did too on the highlights. Wingleth was still taking it seriously, and that would get the South squad another point. We'll give the last one to Vitt. The height was just too much for the South to overcome, but they would salvage a little bit of pride, winning the final set 15-7, but the North would end up winning the match 4-1.